Diana Kennedy calls Salsa Verde the most popular of the Mexican table sauces, and based on my experience in Mexico, I would have to agree. It couldn't be easier to make nor more versatile with how you can use it, so today we're going to learn how to make it. The sauce's signature ingredient is the tomate verde, or tomatillo as it's known in the States. Compared to a regular red tomato, the tomatillo is more acidic and less sweet, leading to a salsa that is bright and sour, which, as we know, puts those salivary glands to work when you add it to tacos, tortas, burritos, or whatever you want to. It always seemed to be the largest bucket of salsa at every street food stand that I visited. However, it is not only used as a condiment. Salsa verde is also the backbone of many Mexican dishes. We used it for making tamales in the cooking class I took. It can be used as the sauce for enchiladas verde, my personal favorite, or a variety of other dishes mentioned in Diana Kennedy's book. This sauce should last about 2 weeks in an airtight container in the fridge for whatever you decide to use it for. The 6 ingredients are tomatillos, serrano peppers, white onion, garlic clove, cilantro, and salt. As I mentioned earlier, the tomatillos are the key component of the salsa. How much you use of everything else really comes down to personal preference, but in order to control the texture and taste, you do have 2 decisions to make while creating your salsa. Number 1, do I want a raw salsa or a cooked one? And number 2, do I want a heterogeneous or homogeneous consistency? For number 1, roasting the tomatillos will mellow out the acidity and introduce savory flavor compounds through caramelization and browning, while keeping them raw will make the color and taste brighter and tart. Number 2 is a matter of texture control. Most salsa verdes that I saw were on the homogeneous side as they were clearly blended. Still, for a bit more chunky texture and utmost authenticity, you could grind up the salsa in a molcajete, a mortar and pestle made from volcanic rock, or just chop them up like you would do for a pico de gallo. Making a homogeneous blended salsa is great for using in other dishes such as the tamales, meats, or a vinaigrette, while a chunky salsa may be good for serving with chips or tacos. Whatever you decide is up to you, but let's make my preferred version. To start, preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's prep the vegetables. For the tomatillos, you just remove the husks. And you may notice a slightly sticky film on the tomatillo after you peel it, and this can be removed by washing it under warm water, and then you just place all the tomatillos on the baking sheet. Next, slice the tops off of 2 serrano peppers, and note you can use jalapenos or more or fewer serranos depending on your spice levels. Finally, cut a white onion into a quarter and add that to the baking sheet along with a clove of garlic, and then we're just going to place everything in the oven until it's nice and roasty. Once the vegetables are roasted, you're going to get out your food processor or blender, and then add the roasted vegetables along with the fresh cilantro, or limp cilantro in my case, and a small sprinkle of salt before pulsing to your desired texture. The last step is to taste it. You're going to add more salt as needed, and since the green tomatoes are fairly tart, it will likely need a bit more salt to mellow out the flavor, and then you can just adjust the consistency. If it's too thick, you can add more water or take away some if needed. Pour it into a container, and there you have salsa verde to use for a number of delicious creations, and for me, this is going to be used for a very special video coming out soon.